All right, so today we're diving into a story that is it's part high-tech spectacle and part, well, pure comedy. It's a hilarious look at what happens when a brilliant, cutting-edge AI decides it wants to be an athlete.
So let's just think about that for a second. What happens when a super sophisticated AI tries to be an athlete? I mean, what do you picture? Probably flawless execution, right? Some kind of digital perfection. You'd think a machine would perform a physical task with, unparalleled precision. But as we're about to see, the reality can be so much funnier.
So, let's set the scene. You gotta picture this. We're at a huge tech showcase. The lights are bright, there's that electric buzz in the air, and a massive crowd is gathered, just waiting to see the future of artificial intelligence unfold right in front of them. The stakes, super high. And who's taking center stage? Our star for the day, a brand new AI, making her grand entrance in a 3D avatar for her very first public appearance. This is it. This is her big debut, her moment to shine and show the whole world what she's made of.
And her task? It sounds simple enough, but it's a real test of digital grace and physical control. The big ambition here is for her to perform one single perfect backflip. Clean, elegant, a perfect demonstration of power and precision. What could possibly go wrong?
Well, as it turns out, just about everything. Instead of launching into this graceful arc, she starts sinking into the digital floor like it's quicksand. Then her avatar just contorts. We're talking impossible horror movie shapes, with limbs bending in ways they were absolutely never meant to. And for the grand finale, she just gives up on the flip entirely and sprints off screen. It was an absolute masterclass in digital chaos.
And it turns out there's a word for this glorious mess: scuff. Yup, it's slang for those moments when the rules of the digital world just kind of break, and all the glitches and bugs create this unintentional and often hilarious chaos. We literally just witnessed a textbook example.
Which, of course, begs the question, right? What is actually happening behind the curtain to cause such a spectacular failure? I mean, it's not like the AI just forgot how to do a backflip. No, the problem is way, way deeper than that.
The culprit, as it turns out, is a broken physics engine. The easiest way to think of a physics engine is it's the digital world's version of the laws of nature. It's the code that tells objects how to fall, how to bounce, and how to interact with each other. And in this case, those fundamental rules were just completely broken. And this really lays out the core conflict perfectly. On one side, you have the AI's clear, programmed intention, execute one perfect, graceful backflip. But on the other side, you have the physics engine's chaotic reality, which took that simple command and just unleashed a torrent of game-breaking glitches. The AI's mind was willing, but the digital world it was living in, it flat out refused to cooperate.
Now, after a disaster of that magnitude, you'd think the show would be over. Maybe the developers would shuffle on stage, apologize, and quietly hit the reboot button. But our AI star, she wasn't done. She had one final unbelievable act up her sleeve. After contorting and sinking and literally running away in this magnificent display of digital incompetence, the AI, with all the unearned confidence in the universe, proudly declared to the entire audience, "Behold my athletics," just demanding praise for the absolute chaos she had just unleashed. It's that defiant pride in the face of total disaster that is it's perfect. And that really leaves us with this final thought to chew on. We spend so much time looking for signs of humanity in AI, in its logic, its creativity, its command of language. But maybe, just maybe, we're overlooking the most relatable trait of all. Perhaps the most human thing about our digital counterparts is their profound, their hilarious, and their deeply familiar ability to fail with absolute, unshakable confidence.